Hello everyone, welcome to JAIIB CAIIB English Medium. This side Arti and I hope your preparations for upcoming exam has been started. If not yet, then do enroll in our batches because right now we are going to start our crash course which is available in our Officers Adda 24/7 site as well as on our apps. So if you are a new candidate, do subscribe to this channel. Along with this, do share this channel with your friends and colleagues. And like this session because today we are going to see one of the very important sessions in which we are going to cover our module A, especially topics staffing. Chali, so with this, let's start today's session. But before starting, let me give you few important points that you need to remember that Adda 24/7 app is now available to our Android users also and to our iOS users also. So if you want to purchase any batches, do use this app because this app provides you extra 1% of benefit. Chali. And along with this, remember, this channel in which you are currently watching our video provides you all the related planning strategies, how you can clear your exams in your first attempt. Everything is available in one place only. So please subscribe to this channel so that you also can clear your JAIIB, CAIIB and bring promotional exams also. Chaliye, with this, let's start with today's first question. As I told you that today we will be focusing on unit staffing. So you know what staffing means? Staffing means whenever your management is appointing the right candidate for the right position as per the job description. That is what staffing. Correct? So in this scenario, we have the full one topic under our module A. So remember, staffing is again very important. As you know, module A and D is totally theory based. And mainly your ABFM is all about your A and D module only. So all the important individual units carry a very high weightage. Okay, so this today's questions will be based on staffing only. Again, I am saying because I want that you must get ready with the topic staffing. Chali. With this, let's start the first question. Which of the following statements accurately differentiates recruitment from selection? In this, they are asking the difference between, or what is the difference, or how you can differentiate recruitment from selection. Okay, so in this, we need to identify. But before knowing the answer, let me tell you few things that important facets, take important we have few important facets of staffing. Correct. Number one is our recruitment. Number two is your selection. And number three is your how you are going to train them. Mainly staffing is about these three things. How you are going to recruit them, from that how you are going to select them, and after that how you are going to train them. Correct? Chali. So with this, let's read one by one the options. A. Recruitment is a process of rejecting candidates while selection focuses on attracting a large pool of applicants. B. Recruitment is a process aimed at filling vacancies by attracting candidates while selection involves screening and eliminating unsuitable candidates. C. Selection is a positive process aimed at increasing the number of applicants while recruitment eliminates candidates who do not meet the requirements. D. Both recruitment and selection involve the rejection of unsuitable candidates. So as I told you that we have three main facets of your staffing. Correct? Number one is your what? Number one is your recruitment. Number two is your selection. Number three is your training. So recruitment is the process under which you actually you publish the data, you publish the job vacancies which is available for each and every individual. And who wants to apply, they can apply it. So if we see under the recruitment, we attract the large number of candidates. Correct? So under this recruitment, large public give their resume, their CVs for the vacancies. Now the second, under the selection, they actually identify the perfect CV or perfect resume as per their job description. So under this selection, they are doing what? They are eliminating the unwanted resumes. Correct? So we can understand with this that recruitment is a process of rejecting candidates? No. Recruitment is not about rejecting candidates. And selection is attracting on a large pool of applicants? No. Vice versa, they have written in this. If we see the third option, selection is a positive process aimed at increasing the number of applicants? No. Because of selection, you are going to reduce your number of applicants because you are eliminating whose GD is not matching, whose resume or whose CV is not matching with our GD, okay, with job description. Next, if we read the D1, both recruitment and selection involve the rejection of unsuitable candidates. So this is again false. So if we see the B option, recruitment is a process aimed at filing vacancies by attracting candidates. Yes, this is true. If we see about the selection, this involves screening and eliminating unsuitable candidates. That is true. So we can say one more thing, that recruitment is a kind of a positive aspect thing, because in this you are welcoming each and every kind of resumes. Okay? But under the selection, you are eliminating which are not suitable as per your job description. So you can say selection is kind of a negative, recruitment is a kind of positive aspect. So the correct answer of this particular question is option B. Okay? Chaliye. With this, now we are going to see the next question. In this, they are asking which of the following statements best describes contingency recruiting. We have different types of recruiting. Correct? One of the type is your contingency recruiting. They want the definition. They want to know that which statement describes the best definition of your contingency recruiting. Chaliye, with this, let's read the options. A. Contingency recruiting requires an upfront payment to the recruitment firm before candidates are presented. In contingency recruiting, the recruitment firm is paid only when one of its candidates is hired by the organization. C. Contingency recruiting and retained recruiting both require upfront payments to the recruiting firm. D. Contingency recruiting ensures that the recruitment firm is compensated regardless of whether a candidate is hired. So, there are different kinds of recruitment. Like we have internal recruitment. Correct? Apart from this, we have retained recruiting. Apart from this, we have contingency recruiting. And then we have recruiting for staff agencies. Okay? So if we see the internal, when you are appointing any person from your organizations only, then it is known as what? Internal recruiting. Whereas if we talk about the retained recruiting, in this, they are doing what? They are actually appointing the firm who are helping the company to recruit the candidates in our company. So they are actually helping the companies for fulfilling the positions. Okay, so that is what your retained recruiting. But on the other hand, if we talk about the contingency recruiting, so under the contingency recruiting, in this we have the main firm. Okay, this is your firm in which vacancy is there. Now this firm appoints another small firm whose job is only to select the appropriate candidates for these kind of firms. Okay, so they are the one who will be welcoming these CVs which is submitted by the candidates. Okay, so the CVs they collect and they bifurcate among all, and whichever position is given by this firm, this type of firms will be giving then the options. So in this, whenever the main firm sees that yes, we want to appoint this particular candidate, okay, so ultimately if from this side you are appointing the candidate with the help of this smaller firm, so you need to pay something now. So in this you need to pay the fees. But there are two situations. Okay, there are two situations. One is that whenever you are appointing the candidates and only then you are paying the fees. That is your contingency recruiting. Now you tell me, whenever you are taking the help of these type of firms for appointing the candidates, but that is totally not depends on the appointment of your candidates. If you do not appoint that candidates, then also you need to pay them the fees. These type of recruiting is known as what? Okay, this type of recruiting is known as what? Under which the main firm has to pay the money, has to pay the fees to these type of firms, whether you appoint it or not. They are suggesting you the candidates. Now it's up to you want them or not. But then also you have to pay them fees every time. So this is also known as one type of recruiting. You have to tell me the answer for this. But contingency recruiting is what? They are suggesting you different type of candidates, and out of this, if you appoint anyone, then only you need to pay the fees. This is your contingency recruiting. Okay, chali. So let's read the options. A contingency recruiting requires an upfront fee payment to the recruitment of the firm before candidates are presented. No, this is totally wrong. Okay, if we see the B1, in contingency recruiting, the recruitment firm is paid only when one of the candidates is hired by the organization. Yes, so we can keep this on hold. Contingency recruiting and retained recruiting both requires upfront payments to the recruiting firm? No. Contingency recruiting ensures that the recruitment firm is compensated regardless of whether a candidate is hired. Again, the answer is no. Under the contingency recruiting, recruitment firm, this is your recruitment firm, is paid only when one of the candidates is hired by the organization. Whenever this recruiting firm is giving so many suggestions that you can appoint this person, that person. And out of this, if any person this organization appoints, at that time only they need to pay the fees. That is the true definition of your contingency recruiting. Okay? And I asked you that what is that type of recruiting in which the organization needs to pay the fee each and every time, whether you appoint it or not. But then also you have the liability to pay to the recruitment firm. That type of recruiting is known as what? This is the question for you. Now you have to tell me the answer. Chaliye. This is, yeah, B is your correct answer. Chaliye, next is your which of the following statements best describes on-the-job training? In this, again we need to find out what is the definition of on-the-job training. A, it involves external courses taken by employees at training centers outside the organization. B, it requires employees to attend formal classroom sessions without performing their actual duties. C, it is a method where employees learn by performing their regular tasks within the organization, including techniques like job rotation, mentoring, and temporary promotions. D, solely focuses on online learning modules with no real-time practical work experience. So, under your selection, when we talk about the training, as I told you, we have three facets of staffing: recruitment, selection, and training. So, under this training, we have two types of training. One is your on-the-job training, and the other is your off-the-job training. So, in this, they are asking about on-the-job training. So when we talk about the on-the-job training now, this is a type of a method in which they are learning, in which your candidates are learning from their regular activities only. Okay, you are not sending them somewhere else for the training, for any special sessions. No, they are doing their work and they are learning from that work. That is what on the job training. Okay, but off the job training means whenever you are conducting any special sessions, any special trainings, or any special requirement of classes you are keeping for them, then it is known as off the job training. But whenever they are doing it and they are learning from that, that is their on the job training. Chali, with this, if you see the first option, it involves external courses. As I told you, in this we are not going outside. Okay? We are not at all taking any external courses. We are doing and we are learning it. So this is not the example of on the job training. Let's see the second. It requires employees to attend formal classroom sessions without performing their actual duties. Okay, so what do you think of the option 2? What do you think of the option 2? Again, they are saying that without performing their actual duties, they are attending formal classrooms. Means this is again your off the job training. So this is not the correct description of the on the job training. Okay, let's see the D1. It solely focuses on online learning modules with no real-time practical work experience. Again, no practical work experience, then this is not your on the job training. If we see the C, it is a method where employees learn by performing their regular tasks within the organization, including techniques, job rotation, mentoring, and temporary promotions. This is the correct definition for the on-the-job training. Okay, so remember we have two types of training, on the job and off the job. So this question is based on the on-the-job training. Chali, with this, let's move to the next question. In this, your correct answer is your option C. Next, which of the following best describes rating scales as a method of performance appraisals? In this, whenever we are appointing the staff, okay, so time to time we need to analyze their performance, whether they are performing well or they are degrading. So we need to analyze from time to time, and there are so many different ways through which you are analyzing as a management. Okay, so one of the method is your rating scales method, under which you are actually evaluating the performance of your employees. So we need to find out that which option best describes this rating scales. Option A, it involves qualitative feedback without using any numerical metrics to assess performance. B, it uses a series of numerical scales to evaluate performance criteria like dependability, initiative, and attitude, with ratings typically ranging from excellent to poor. C, it is a method where employees are ranked relative to one another without assigning any numerical values. D, it focuses solely on measuring attendance and output without considering other performance factors. Chali, so in this we need to find out that what is the correct description of your rating scale. Take a moment and tell me the correct answer for this. Okay, so before we know what is the actual correct answer or which statement correct describes, let me give you some brief description about rating scale. Like whenever we go to restaurants, so after completion of our all the food and everything, they always give one of the feedback forms. No? They provide us with the feedback forms in which they are actually giving us like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That out of this 5, they are asking so many different questions. Like how is our ambience, how is our food, how much you want to give the rating. So in this, you are actually rating based on different scenarios. So if you like the food, you try to select 5. If you like the behavior of our staff, then please select 4 or 5. If you are happy with our services, then we select the 5. If you are not happy with the ambience, okay, so you can select the 1. So what you are doing? You are actually giving them the feedback, not the written one, but based on the scale, you are giving them the rating. Out of so many options, you are selecting that whether they are very good, like 5 denotes the best, excellent, okay, and 1 denotes the poor, and 3 denotes your average, or 4 is very good, 2 is like okay. So in this, whenever we are selecting out of 5, we are giving what? We are giving them the rating, that which facility of that restaurant is very good, or which facility they needs to upgrade it. So on the same basis, whenever organizations are using these kind of rating scales on their staff, then it is known as rating scales. And these rating scales are based on their performance. Okay? So this is what performance appraisal, in which we use the one of the method known as rating scales. Chaliye. So I have given you the quite relative description of this. So let's see one by one again the options. A. It involves qualitative feedback without using any numerical metrics to assess performance. Is it so? Are we using just the qualitative feedback? No, we are using the quantitative feedback also. Correct? So this answer is totally wrong. Wrong. B. It uses a series of numerical scales to evaluate performance criteria like dependability, initiative, attitude, with ratings typically ranging from excellent to poor. Okay, so we are thinking that this rating scale is describing here some, I know. Chaliye, let's see the third option. It is a method where employees are ranked relative to one another without assigning any numerical values. It focuses solely on measuring attendance and output without considering any other performance factor. No. In this, we take so many different performance factors also. In this, we are ranking with so many numerical values also, like 4, 5, 3, 2, 1. So the correct description of this rating scale is your option B. Correct description is your option B. Okay. So this is how we need to solve the questions based on your staffing unit. Chaliye, so with this, we complete our today's session. And if you want to enroll in our batches, because now already our October has been started, and if you are still worrying that how you are going to clear your CAIIB in first attempt, then you can visit to Adda 24/7, all courses, JAIIB, CAIIB November 2024. Under this, these are your crash courses. This one is based on bilingual and this one is based on English. So if you click on this, you will get the full description, live online classes, test series, e-books, interactive sessions, doubt solving sessions. We provide you each and everything. And as you can see, if you click on buy now, you need to pay 19,599. But if you use the coupon code, remember one thing, if you use the coupon code, that is Y895, you are going to get the benefit of 77%. And remember, I told you, if you use the Adda 24/7 app, you are going to get 1% additional off. Chaliye, with this, let's wind up this session. Thank you for watching. Do like this session and share with your friends and colleagues. Thank you, everyone.